Welcome to my podcast. So today I'm going to talk about another common condition here in the UK. So it's about self-harm and suicidal thought and ideation. So basically, after you introduce yourself and ask the patient, double check their name and date of birth, you'll ask the patient, "How can I help you today?" So the patient might say that, "Doctor, I don't feel myself. I don't feel I'm okay. I've been feeling some sort of depression, feeling low, feeling helplessness, feeling that I'm not in the mood to do anything." So you will ask the patient, "Can you tell me more about it?" Or maybe you need to narrow down your questions. So you'll ask, for instance, how long you've been feeling so? Did anyone notice that of your friends, your family, your spouse? You will ask, have you done anything? Have you planned anything? Have you wrote anything in a paper? Have you made any note and left for the people around you to know about? Have you bought or bring certain things that you need to use for the planned thing that you want to do? Have you self-hurt or self-harm yourself, like small cuts or injury that you could inflict in your skin, to maybe seek people around you to see that you're not feeling okay? Have you spoke to anyone about this? Have you seek your GP help? Have you seen anyone in the mental health issue or the mental health center? Have you called the helpline or talked to someone? All of that you need to ask and inquire about, basically, and see what's going on with this person. So the person might have a lot of things which going on in their life. You need also to ask if they are settled, if they are working, if they are happy about what they are doing or not. Maybe they have a recent relationship breakdown. Maybe they have lost their loved ones. Maybe they lost work. Maybe they are, you need to ask also about the alcohol intake. Maybe they are drinking too much and they feel desperate and hopelessness. So all of that you need to ask and inquire about just to get an idea about what's going on. Also, there's another thing you need to ask. Do you have those thoughts which commanding you to hurt yourself or harm yourself? Do you hear any voices in your head which telling you to do stuff that you feel the urge to do? Also, you need to ask if they have any worries that maybe it's exaggerated, like for instance for minor injury, for small cut, for small burns. They might be obsessed or feeling that this might progress more or get infection or get amputated. So all of that just to get the idea what's going on in the patient head and life. And then after that, you will ask the patient if they have any thoughts, what might be the reason for what's going on. And then you will examine the patient after agreeing with the patient. So just check their observation, check if there is any marks or any injury or any cut in their skin. You need to record all of that and then tell the patient, after agreeing, with the patient about the management plan, said that there is certain groups and support group that I can liaise you with. Also, there is, of course, after you risk assess the patient if she's, not in great danger, for instance, because if it's too much and the patient is affected a lot, so that's another thing that maybe you need to think about, referring to the hospital for, basically there's different sections that you need to apply, like for instance section 2, section 3, 4, there's another section called 135, and there's another section 136. So basically all of them, they have a different sectional period of time. Like for instance section 2 is within 28 days, section 3 it's 6 months, 4 is 72 hours, 135 if it's there's issue, so it's about forced entry to the property. And the last one, 136, it's police involvement if the patient in the public space. So that's different thing, of course, if it's a severe case and well-known with psychiatric issue. But basically, I'm talking just about those patients who might have suicidal thoughts or ideation or self-harm. So in that condition, you need to arrange for the right bath for the patient. So you need to give them a card with certain contact numbers, like, for instance, crisis line. There is another group which is well known for these things, for cemeterians. Also, you can connect them with group support group, which called self-injury support web chat. There's different groups anyway. You just need to mention the comments and maybe make some search and let the patient know which is in the area whereby they live nearby. There's also another group which called Mind. It's basically for the mind, as the name implies. And there is a national self-harm network forum. And also for teenage, there is a different support group for boys and girls. And there is another one called CALM, and another one called self-injury support, harmless. So there is different groups anyway. You just need to make sure that you are dealing with the right case with the right presentation. And of course, you always need to safety net them after you finish with them, and after you make sure that they understand the whole situation, and give them the right information whereby they can use and apply accordingly. Also, not to forget about mentioning talking therapy, like CBT, like there is different ways, different types of this one. Just you need to mention that there is talking therapy. If you are interested, I can refer you to. And of course, you need to make sure if there is any past medical history for the presentation the patient is feeling. Like, for instance, if there is any history of depression or schizophrenia, or the patient is taking any medication for whatever reason. And then you need just to mention about different ways how to tackle the issue. Also, the importance as well for the psychiatry, if there is a need for that, or the psychologist, as I say, for the talking therapy. And of course, if there is another underlying reasoning, like, for instance, as I say, bereavement, loss of loved one, if there is any history of abuse, like in a relationship, domestic violence or sexual assault. Sometimes also could be the underlying cause could be eating disorder, like anorexia nervosa, bulimia. As I say, if there is misuse of alcohol or drugs as well, because it's another cause of those issues. So I hope by that I covered most of the important points about self-harm and how to approach it. Thank you.